Her Majesty Elizabeth II, Queen of United Kingdom and 15 other Commonwealth nations, will die someday. For some, it's the unthinkable question: what happens when the country's longest reigning monarch passes away? Well, for some civil servants, it's their job just to draw such plans. They are super secretive and have a special code name, Operation London Bridge. If you are fond of the Queen, it might seem like a huge deal. And if you are not, it might be easy to ignore what will happen. But it will have a big impact on all of our lives in lots of ways you might not have realized. But the eyes of the world will be upon London when the day does come. Operation London Bridge has been a code name that referred to the plan for what will happen in the days after the death of the Queen. The plan was originally devised in the 1960s and is updated several times each year. It involves planning from government departments, the Church of England, Metropolitan Police Service, the British Armed Forces, the media, the Royal Parks, the Greater London Authority, and Transport for London. Some critical decisions relating to the plan were made by the Queen herself, although some can only be made by her successor. Her son, Prince Charles, is expected to be her successor to the British throne as Her Majesty's eldest son. As of early 2017, the phrase "London Bridge is down" was expected to be used to communicate the death of the Queen to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and key personnel, setting the plan into motion. The code name Operation London Bridge primarily refers to events that would take place in the United Kingdom. In addition to the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth nations where Elizabeth II acts as monarch and head of state, have developed their own plans for what will happen in the days after her death. These corresponding plans would run concurrently with the Operation London Bridge. Predetermined phrases have typically been used as code names for plans relating to the death and funeral of a royal family member. Initially, code names were used by key officials in an effort to prevent public from learning of the death prior to an official announcement. When King George VI died in 1952, key government officials were informed with the phrase Hyde Park Corner. Several codenamed funeral plans for royal family members in the late 20th and 21st century have used the names of prominent bridges in the United Kingdom. The Queen's private secretary will be the first official to convey the news. Their first act will be to contact the Prime Minister, where their staffs will convey the code phrase "London Bridge is down" to the Prime Minister using secure telephone lines. The Foreign and Commonwealth Office's Global Response Centre, based at a secret location in London, will communicate the news to the governments of the 15 other countries of which the Queen was the head of state and to the governments of the other countries of Commonwealth nations. With governments made aware, next will be the world's press. The media would be informed via an announcement to the Press Association. BBC would announce its staff through the radio alert transmission system, which will alert them to play inoffensive music and prepare for news flash, while BBC 2 and 4 would suspend scheduled programming and merge with BBC One's broadcast of the announcement. BBC News will air a pre-recorded sequence of portraits during which the presenters on duty at the time will prepare for the formal announcement by putting on dark clothing prepared for this purpose. It has been reported that few media has 11 days of prepared coverage ready, and even some of them have long rehearsed her death, but substituting the name as Mrs. Robinson. It is reported that huge deals have already been signed by broadcasters, apparently securing royal experts on an exclusive basis for the days leading up to the funeral. A footman would pin a dark-edged notice to the gates of Buckingham Palace. At the same time, the palace website would display the same notice. The Parliament of United Kingdom would be recalled. If possible, it would meet within hours, and the Prime Minister would address the House of Commons. The day after the Queen's death, the Council would meet at St. James' Palace to proclaim the new monarch. Parliament would meet that evening when MPs would swear allegiance to the new monarch. At some point, top-secret plans unfolding around him, Prince Charles will become aware that he is the king. Charles will have a great say over some aspects of the days following his mother's death. Other parts of the procedures will be set in stone after years of planning. The day after the death, Prince Charles will be officially proclaimed the King of United Kingdom. This one will be popular with many of you. Even if the news will be grim, the Queen's death is likely to mean many people will go home from work early. It's going to depend on when in the day the news is announced. And of course, what you do for a living. But a mood of national mourning will demand that many business and workplaces shut down. A day off will be in store for most on the day of Her Majesty's funeral. Shops will close or open for reduced hours. If you are on a flight, the news may well be broken to you by the pilot of your aircraft. On the day of the announcement, there will be a sense of urgency. Different arrangements for moving the Queen's coffin are planned depending on where she dies. If the Queen dies at Windsor Castle or Sandringham House, it would be moved by car to Buckingham Palace within a couple of days. If the Queen dies overseas, a coffin will be flown out to her. A BAE 146 jet from the RAF's No. 32 Squadron, known as the Royal Flight, will take off from North Holt at the western edge of London with a coffin on board. No matter when or where the Queen's death takes place, her body will be taken back to the throne room at Buckingham Palace. A 41-gun salute, almost 7 minutes of artillery, will be fired from Hyde Park. The fourth day after the Queen's passing will see her coffin moved to Westminster's Hall to lie in state for 4 days. Of course, it won't be quietly taken into position. A grand military parade will see the coffin transported down the Mall through Horse Guards. One of the most memorable moments of the Operation London Bridge will probably be when Big Ben strikes at 9 a.m. on the day of the funeral. Its hammers will be covered with a leather pad 7/16 of an inch thick, and it will ring out in muffled tones. At 11 a.m., the coffin will arrive at the doors of Westminster's Abbey, and the nation will fall silent. Her Majesty's funeral is expected to cost nearly $8 billion, which is a hefty bill. But don't worry, unless the words "London Bridge is down" is uttered or BBC stops broadcasting your favorite program, you will know that Her Majesty is still alive and well. If you like this video, press the like button and share it. Also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos and hit the bell icon for notifications on future videos. See you till next time. The Ministry of Information and Technology of India bans 118 Chinese apps. However, the apps are still available on Google Play Store and Apple Store. This ban includes popular PUBG Mobile. There are close to 50 million active PUBG players in India, according to reports, and the game clocks in some 13 million daily users. PUBG Mobile, a widely popular online multiplayer shooting game, is among 118 Chinese apps blocked by the government of India. On Wednesday, the 2nd September 2020, amid tension over fresh Chinese provocation in Ladakh, Tencent PUBG Mobile ranks among the world's top 5 smartphone games with over 734 million downloads. According to the IT Ministry of India, the apps are engaged in activities which are harmful to integrity of India. This decision is a targeted move to ensure safety, security, and authority of Indian cyberspace. The statement said, adding that the move would safeguard the interest of crores of Indian mobile and internet users. PUBG, or Players Unknown's Battlegrounds, features a Hunger Games style competition in which 100 players face off with automatic weapons until there is only one left. Tencent introduced a stripped-down mobile version, which had the game skyrocketing, especially in the time of the coronavirus lockdown. In June 2020, the government banned 59 mobile apps, including ByteDance's TikTok, Alibaba's UC browser, and Tencent's WeChat, and also citing security concerns. Explaining its latest move, the ministry said it had received many complaints about the misuse of some mobile apps on Android and iOS platforms for stealing and secretively transmitting user data to servers outside India. The compilation of these data, its mining, and profiling by elements hostile to national security and defense of India. The Home Ministry's Cybercrime Center has also recommended blocking these malicious apps, the government said. The statement referred to bipartisan concerns flagged in Parliament and outside a strong chorus to take strict action against apps that harms India's authority as well as the privacy of its citizens. The other apps blocked includes games, online payment services, dating sites, and softwares to edit selfies. The move comes a day after the government's accused Chinese troops of provocative action again in the south bank of Ladakh's Pagong Lake. Chinese troops had made a similar attempt on August 31st, 2020, but Indian soldiers were able to prevent them both times, the government said. There have been a series of clashes and showdowns in Ladakh with China since May 2020. In June, 20 soldiers died for the country in clash at Galwan Valley. China also suffered casualties but has not revealed the numbers. Let's hope the clash between two nations would ease out one day. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe this channel, click the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video. Three-time IPL champions Chennai Super Kings are going through a turbulent phase after several members of their unit tested positive for the dreaded coronavirus disease. To make matters worse, their star batsman Suresh Raina pulled out of the 13th edition of the Indian Premier League, citing personal reasons. Since Suresh Raina's departure, there has been a lot of speculation over his sudden exit from the IPL 2020. The most capped player in IPL, Raina has scored 5,368 runs to be the highest run getter for CSK. He is also Dhoni's deputy at CSK, and his absence will surely hurt the Yellow Army. According to a recent development, Suresh Raina chose to skip IPL 2020 due to a rift between him and CSK skipper MS Dhoni. Notably, MS Dhoni and Suresh Raina are immensely close to each other. The CSK veterans have been playing cricket together for more than a decade at the international level as well as in IPL. The duo has been a part of several memorable partnerships for India and CSK too. In fact, Suresh Raina announced his retirement for international cricket on August 15th, moments after MS Dhoni had, which is also a testament to their close friendship. The CSK camp hasn't officially stated the reason behind Suresh Raina leaving in a huff, while some reports have claimed that Raina's move was to do with a relative being murdered on August 20th in a village in Punjab's Pathankot. Others have said that he left because of COVID-19 threat after several members of the CSK contingent tested positive for the ungodly virus. The report further stated that Suresh Raina was finding the stiff protocols of the bio-bubble claustrophobic, but these reports might not entirely be true. As reported by Outlook India, ever since the CSK reached the UAE, Suresh Raina was unhappy with the hotel room provided to him and wanted one similar to MS Dhoni. Raina's room didn't have a balcony, which is considered to be one of the reasons behind him being upset. In CSK, the norm is that the coach, captain, and the manager get suits. However, Raina also gets a suit in any hotel that franchisee stays. It's just that his room didn't have a balcony. The owner of the CSK team, Mr. Srinivasan, has sensationally charged Suresh Raina of behaving like prima donna, which is commonly used term for selfishness. Not only this, the former BCCI president, referring to Raina's sudden departure, said, "Sometimes success gets into your head." He also stated that Raina will realize what he is missing out on by skipping IPL, and certainly all the money he is going to lose. It was reported that Raina was retained by CSK for a price of 11 crores, which he is expected to lose now. Though Srinivasan kept the door open for Raina to make a comeback, it is unlikely that he will now return to UAE to be a part of IPL 2020. In fact, there are now doubts regarding his future with CSK. Srinivasan added that he spoke to Dhoni and he has full faith on Mahi. He further added that Dhoni had control over the situation after Raina's departure and even asked his teammates to remain safe. We need to wait and see if Yellow Army is going to blossom as usual during this IPL with all these turbulences. If they do so and win the IPL's 13th edition, they would equal Mumbai Indians with most number of IPL titles. If you like this video, share it. Also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos and hit the bell icon for notifications on future videos. See you till next time. The Eiffel Tower is so famous that it has become not only a symbol of Paris but the whole of France. It never fails to impress, especially when its 20,000 light bulbs are illuminated. But did you know that it is actually illegal to take pictures of the tower at night? This epic monument consistently attracts more than 6.9 million visitors from across the globe who come to see the tower and take photos each year. You will find its image in countless guidebooks, online articles, and breathtaking Instagram snaps. However, what you probably don't realize is that media outlets rarely release photos of the tower at night. Taking a photograph of the Eiffel Tower at night could result in you breaking the law. Thanks to the iconic light show, which illuminates the attraction in the evening, it is actually illegal to take pictures of the tourist attraction after dark. Take a photo during daytime and no one cares, but problem arises after evening when the Eiffel Tower lights are switched on. It turns out that sharing your own pictures of the iconic structure at night time is a copyright violation if it's used for commercial purpose. Gustav Eiffel held the copyright for the tower and he died in 1923, meaning that the copyright ran out 70 years later in 1993. At this point, the likeliness and the design of the tower were allowed to enter the public domain. Hence why you could find a replica of the Eiffel Tower built in 1999 in Las Vegas. Freedom of panorama allows photographers to capture buildings, artworks, sculptures, paintings, or monuments in public spaces, even when they are still under copyright. Since 7th October 2016, limited freedom of panorama for works of architecture and sculpture has been in place in France. French law now authorizes reproductions and representations of work of architecture and sculpture placed permanently in public places and created by natural persons, with the exception of any usage of commercial character. This law means that the tourists are allowed to take photos and videos of copyrighted buildings for personal use, as long as there is no commercial benefit attached. According to SETE, which manages the tower, the lights on it are an artistic work. Eiffel Tower website states the various illuminations of the Eiffel Tower. It could be the golden illumination, twinkling, beacon, and even lighting, where all of them are protected. The image usage of the Eiffel Tower at night is therefore subjected to prior authorization by the SETE. This use is subjected to payment of the rights, the amount of which is determined by the intent of use, the media plan, etc. This means that anyone who wants to photograph it after dark must get permission from them. European copyright law says that it is illegal to distribute pictures of copyrighted works. According to Snopes, pictures posted on social media can also count as distribution, which is where holiday makers could get in trouble. The French courts have never ruled on this though, so it is possible that you would never be successfully sued if it came to the crunch. Under European law, copyright expires 70 years after the death of the creator. The lights were installed in 1985, where the installer remains alive today, meaning the copyright will be in place for decades to come. Anyone taking a picture from top of the tower is totally fine, though a message on the website reads, "The views from the Eiffel Tower are rights free." So be cautious while uploading or using the nighttime photos of the Eiffel Tower for commercial purpose. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video. See you till next time.
If you are a fan of unidentified flying objects, in other words, UFOs, and alien visitation, here comes the great news. United States finally believes in presence of UFOs, where the US Department of Defense announced the creation of task force to analyze them. In this video, we are going to analyze the real reason behind the establishment of this task force. If you are watching my video for first time, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notification. Let's get on to the video. 3 videos showing US Navy pilots encountering mysteries, fast-moving objects emerged in 2017 and 2018. The videos were made public due to reporting by New York Times and efforts by To the Stars Academy. One of the UFO videos was taken in November 2004 and the other 2 were shot in January 2015. All were captured by Navy FA-18 Super Hornet jets with pilots utilizing FLIR, the forward-looking infrared technology, hardware that detects heat and creates images. The 3 released UFO videos are called Gimbal, Go Fast, and FLIR-1. After denying UFO existence for decades, now USA finally admits it. The US Department of Defense announced the creation of a task force to analyze and understand the nature and origins of UAPs. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, better known as UFOs. The Department of Navy, under the awareness of Office Under Secretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security, will lead the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. The mission of the new task force is to detect, analyze, and catalog UFOs that could potentially pose a threat to US national security. USA Department of Defense officials said in a brief statement released on Friday, August 14, 2020. The proposal to scientifically study UAP phenomena is not new. The problem of understanding such unexplained UFO cases drew interest by scientists during 1960s, which resulted in the US Air Force funding a group at the University of Colorado, headed by physicist Edward Condon, to study UFO from 1966 to 1968. The resulting Condon report concluded that further study of UAP was unlikely and to be scientifically interesting, a conclusion that drew mixed reactions from scientists and the public. But before you set up greeting signs and start tossing out welcome mats for the incoming aliens, a little perspective and context are in order. Rather than little green alien invaders, the US military is actually concerned about UFOs connected with terrestrial opponents. Washington is particularly concerned about China's spying capabilities using drones or other airborne means. The Pentagon announced that the mission of the task force is to detect, analyze, and catalog UFOs that could potentially pose a threat to the US national security. It takes any incursions by unauthorized aircraft into US training ranges or designated airspace very seriously and examines each report. This includes examinations of incursions that are initially reported as UFO, when the observer cannot immediately identify what he or she is observing. In December 2017, the Pentagon acknowledged funding the secret multi-million-dollar program to investigate sightings of UFOs, although it is said it has ended in 2012. We need to wait patiently to find out if the previous UFO incidents were something to do with incursions or if it's really something beyond the planet Earth. We understand the need of secrecy, but I hope that as much information as possible is released to the public so we can all be informed on this potentially world-shattering subject. And if you like this video, click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video.
Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today we are going to talk about Indian-based game developing company to launch a battle royale mobile game as an alternative to PUBG. Indian game developing company Enco Games has announced an action game called Fauji, Fearless and United Guards. The game is expected as the Indian alternative to PUBG Mobile, which has been banned in India earlier this week. If you are watching my video for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. Within 2 days of PUBG Mobile app ban in the country, along with 117 other Chinese apps, we have witnessed several Indian game developers introduce India's alternative to PUBG or new battle royale games similar to the banned game. There is a separate video made on why PUBG banned in India. You can check this out by clicking on the card which appears above. Tencent, the company behind the Chinese app PUBG, said on Thursday, 3rd September 2020 that it will engage with Indian authorities to ensure continued availability of its app in India. In response to the government's ban on Chinese apps, the gaming and social media group stated that it takes the protection of its users' privacy and data seriously. Several Indian game developers are using the PUBG mobile ban as an opportunity to bring in local alternatives to the game. Similar happened to TikTok. When the short video platform was banned in the country, there were apps like Shingari, Mitran, Roposo, Moj, and many more that have replaced TikTok in the country. Fauji was always in the pipeline and were preparing for an October 2020 release. The ban on PUBG Mobile was coincidental, as reported by the company's CEO. He revealed that the team has been actively working on Fauji since May-June 2020. The launch of Fauji also comes at a time anti-Chinese statement is high in India, with traders and entrepreneurs echoing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call for an Atma-Nirbhar or self-reliant India. There's a belief that Indian game developers can't produce good quality games. However, Encos wants to prove that mentality wrong and bring out games that can compete with international games. Revealing some details about Fauji game, the first episode will be based on the Galwan Valley incident. With Fauji, the aim is to make players aware about crucial incidents in India like Galwan Valley clash and the value of Indian soldiers. The Galwan Valley clash is an ongoing military standoff between China and India. Since 5th May 2020, Chinese and Indian troops have engaged in aggressive face-offs at locations along Indian border. The name Fauji is the brainchild of actor Akshay Kumar. The game is said to be developed under the mentorship of the actor. Akshay Kumar came up with the title of the game, Fauji, as reported by Enco CEO, adding that he expected to win 200 million users in a year. When PUBG was banned in India, it was reported that many parents believed it as a relief to safeguard their children from this addictive game. However, it seems like the Indian government had allowed another similar game as a replacement. Do you think this would help the Indians going forward? Please mention your thoughts in the comment section. And if you like this video,
click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video. Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today we're going to talk about India successfully testing a hypersonic missile capable vehicle on Monday the 7th September 2020, which can move at 6 times the speed of sound. It plans to develop such a missile in 5 years. India, the fourth country in the world after the US, China and Russia to develop such technology. If you are watching my video for first time, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. Cutting-edge hypersonic missiles could massively increase the potency of Indian Navy warships in future conflicts. India test-fired its hypersonic missile demonstrator on September 7, 2020. The test comes amid heightened tensions with China. There have been a series of clashes and shots fired on the border the same day. The rivalry between the two powers extends into the maritime domain, where the rapid expansion of the Chinese Navy may soon reach into the Indian Ocean. HSTDV is a dual-use technology that will have multiple civilian applications, including the launch of small satellites at low cost. Hypersonic missiles travel at speed faster than 3,800 miles per hour or 6,115 kilometers per hour, much faster than the other ballistic and cruise missiles. They can deliver conventional or nuclear payloads within minutes. They are highly maneuverable and do not follow a predictable arc as they travel. They are said to combine the speed of ballistic missiles with the maneuvering capabilities of cruise missiles. The speed makes them hard to track compared to traditional missile technology. In March this year, the United States announced it had successfully tested an unarmed prototype of hypersonic missile. According to reports, China and Russia are also vigorously pursuing hypersonic weapons, though Russia is reportedly not developing or considering them for use with a nuclear warhead. In July, Russian President Putin said his country's navy vessels would be armed with hypersonic nuclear strike weapons and underwater nuclear drones, which he said are in the final phase of testing. The locally made hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle, which is in other words HSTDV, should prove technologies which can be incorporated into next generation weapons. This may be one way that the Indian Navy can counterbalance the Chinese Navy's move into ant-ship ballistic missiles. The HSDTV launch appears to have been delayed since August. It was anticipated by open source intelligence observers using the warning notices given to shipping in the area, but this was subsequently postponed. The final notice closed airspace from 4:30 am on September 7 to 8:30 am on September 8th. Whatever the cause of the delay, the test was reportedly a success. Let's hope these missiles will not be used ever to ensure peace around the world. If you like this video, click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video. Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today we are going to talk about dinosaurs who died out millions of years ago. But there are still some animals that have a connection to those ancient beasts. In fact, it is believed that dinosaurs are their ancestors. It turns out the king of the dinosaurs actually shares a surprising amount of DNA with modern-day chickens. In fact, birds are commonly thought to be the only animals around today that are directly descendants of dinosaurs. Before we look into more details, if you are watching my video for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. Modern bird descendants from a group of two-legged dinosaurs known as theropods. The theropods are generally weighed between 100 to 500 pounds. Giants compared to most modern birds, and they had big teeth and not much between the ears. For decades, only fossil link between birds and dinosaurs was Archaeopteryx, a hybrid creature with featured wings but with the teeth and long bony tail of dinosaur. These animals appear to have acquired developed their bird-like feature feathers, wings, and flight in just 10 million years. A mere flash in evolutionary time, they seem to emerge fully fledged with the characteristics of modern birds. Until then, only a handful of bird fossils had been unearthed anywhere in the world. That's partly because birds were far less common than fish. Partly because birds are more readily evaded by mudslides, tar pits, volcanic eruptions, and other geological phenomena that captured animals and preserved traces of them for the ages. Scientists have located only 10 intact fossilized skeletons of earliest known birds. It is believed that the extraordinary bone beds in northeastern Chinese province might fill in some of many blanks in the fossil record of the earliest birds. In the past 15 years, thousands of preserved fossil birds have emerged from the ancient lake bed called the Yixian Formation. The region has also yielded stunning dinosaur specimens, the likes of which had never been seen before. As a result, China has been the key to solving one of the biggest questions in dinosaur science in the past 150 years, the real relationship between birds and dinosaurs. But it has become increasingly clear that the story of how dinosaurs became birds is much more subtle. Discoveries have shown that bird-specific features like feathers began to emerge long before the evolution of birds, indicating the birds simply adapted a number of pre-existing features to a new use. Not only are birds much smaller than their dinosaur ancestors, they closely resemble dinosaur embryos. Adaptations such as they may have paved the way of modern birds' distinguishing features, namely their ability to fly and their remarkably movable beaks. The work demonstrates how huge evolutionary changes can result from a series of small evolutionary steps. Still, over the decades, researchers who doubted the dinosaur and bird link also made a good anatomical arguments. They said dinosaurs lack a number of features that are distinctly relating to birds, including wishbones, bones riddled with air pockets, flexible wrist joints, and three-toed feet. Moreover, the posited link seemed unnatural to what everyone thought they knew, that birds are small, intelligent, speedy, warm-blooded, whereas dinosaurs, fearfully great lizard, were cold-blooded, reptile-like creatures. In the 1990s, arrival of new dinosaur fossils from China revealed a feathery surprise. Though many of these fossils lacked wings, they had a collection of bird feathers from fuzzy bristles to fully flexible wing joints. The discovery of these new intermediary species, which filled in the spotty fossil record, triggered a change in how we thought of the dinosaur to bird transition. Feathers, once thought unique to birds, must have evolved in dinosaurs long before birds developed. Sophisticated new analysis of these fossils, which track structural changes and map how the specimens are related to each other, supports the idea that bird-like features evolved over long stretches of time. A bird didn't just evolve from a T-Rex overnight, but rather a classic feature of birds evolved one by one. First bipedal locomotion, then feathers, then a wishbone, then more complex feathers that look like quill pen feathers, then the wings. The end result is relatively seamless transition between dinosaurs and birds. So much so that you can't just draw an easy line between these two groups. And if you like this video,
click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video.
Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today, we're going to talk about the world's youngest dictator, where there isn't a lot of information about him. He doesn't talk about his personal life, and you can find very weird things in his official biography. The only chance to find something about this man is to read what very observant journalists write or to read the reports from South Korean intelligence. It's none other than the North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un. Before we look into 10 unknown facts about him, if you are watching my video for the very first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. we decided to collect some interesting facts about the most unpredictable politician of modern times. Maybe he's not that scary at all. Let's get on to the top 10 interesting and unknown facts about him. Fact number 1. His date of birth is unknown. Kim Jong-un was born on January 8th or July 6th, 1982, or maybe 1983, or maybe 1984. Why such a mystery? It is said that the leader wants to look older and more mature, so his official date of birth is 1982. But South Korean intelligence claims that Kim Jong-un was actually born 2 years later. Anyways, he's one of the youngest leader in the world. Fact number 2. His eyebrows are becoming shorter. In photos taken in different years, it is clear to see that there is something weird going on with the North Korean leader's eyebrows. They are becoming shorter. It is believed that he has made them to look more like his father. Of course, it's just a theory, and it would be even strange for Kim Jong-un to address this matter in an official statement. Fact number 3. He was educated in Switzerland under a different name. In a very prestigious school near Bern, Switzerland, there was a student from North Korea from 1998 to 2000. He was registered as a member of the embassy. He didn't state what his real name was, but the people who learned with him are absolutely sure that it was Kim Jong-un himself. They remember that he was a funny person and he was interested in sports much more than politics, and he wasn't a good student. Fact number 4. He is fond of basketball. The same school friends also claim that in his youth, Kim Jong-un used to draw the basketball star Michael Jordan. And it's true that the politician loves basketball. In 2013, he even met Dennis Rodman and showed him his personal island. Despite the enormous differences between these two people, they became friends. Dennis says, maybe he is a psychopath, but I didn't notice that. Fact number 5. He has a hipster-like haircut. It is funny, but there's nothing strange about Kim Jong-un's haircut. Actually, this is a simple military haircut. You can see such a haircut on Brad Pitt in Fury and on millions of hipsters around the world. The dictator's haircut looks strange because he wears it wrong way. He brushes his hair strangely and it looks bad because of the shape of his face. Rumor has it that he doesn't trust barbers and cuts his hair himself. Fact number 6. Kim Jong-un's wife possibly gave birth to their first baby in 2010. According to some reports, Kim Jong-un's wife possibly gave birth to their first baby in 2010. Although their daughter Kim Joo-ae is the only child that is officially known and is named to the outside world, it is possible that Kim Jong-un already has 3 children. Fact number 7. Kim Jong-un's net worth is around $5 billion. Yes, his money machines come from the Kim dynasty, as his grandfather forged the country alongside his father, Kim Jong-il. He raised the family's fortune, which is illegally stashed in accounts and holdings across the globe. Furthermore, Kim can tap the net worth of North Korea anytime and may put it in his pocket since he holds the country from top to bottom. Fact number 8. Kim Jong-un is one of the most powerful persons in the world. Forbes magazine recognized Kim Jong-un as the 36th most powerful person in the world. Some of the top 10 most powerful persons are Xi Jinping, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Vladimir Putin, Larry Page, and Pope Francis. Fact number 9. His severe addiction to Swiss cheese can be seen all over him. During his schooling in Switzerland, he developed a strong liking to Swiss cheese. Apparently, North Korea government spends tens of thousands of pounds per year on Swiss cheese import to keep the supreme leader satisfied while the country starves. His ballooned up body and limp walk caught mass attention, and people blamed his love of Swiss cheese for the same. However, some also said that the increased body might be a deliberate attempt to look more like his grandfather. Fact number 10. He made sure that his death was grieved wholeheartedly by North Koreans. Everyone cried hysterically, and those who don't know how to shed crocodile tears were taught to do so by spokesmodels. Also, those who didn't go to the morning events were reportedly being sentenced to labor camps for 6 months. This wasn't the first time it happened though. At the demise of his grandfather, his father made sure that the country grieved massively. Which of these facts seemed the strangest to you? Share your impression in the comment section below. And if you like this video,
click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video.
Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today we are going to talk about the countries where the sun never sets. Have you ever wondered, where does the sun never sets? Do you think you could live somewhere where it's always day for half of the year and always night for the other half of the year? It might sound confusing, but there are a few countries where it actually happens. Before we look into more details, if you are watching my video for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. Which do you prefer? Long summer days where the sun doesn't set until late in the day, or short winter days when it gets dark shortly after school is out? If you are like most kids, you probably prefer those long summer days. During the summer, the sun does not set above the Arctic Circle. Like the equator, the Arctic Circle is an imaginary line. It's defined as the latitude above which the sun does not set on the days of summer. North of Arctic Circle, periods of constant sunshine last for up to 6 months of the year at the North Pole. The opposite is also true for parts of the year above the Arctic Circle. There are several countries with areas within or that border of Arctic Circle. Many people call such areas the land of the midnight sun, because in summer the sun can often be seen past midnight. Some of these areas include the northernmost parts of Canada, Greenland, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Russia, Alaska, and Iceland. If you really love the sun, you might think about a spring and summer vacation to Norway. The sun doesn't set there from about April 19th to August 23rd each year. This occurs because the Earth is tilted on its axis by approximately 23 degrees. This means that the sun only rises and sets once each year. Of course, they aren't limited to only northern areas. They also occur in southern regions near the Antarctic Circle. However, at most, there are only about 1,000 people working in Antarctica per year. So very few people experience these phenomena there. The people who live in these areas eventually get used to the constant sunlight or darkness for extended periods of time. Newcomers or visitors, though, often find it hard to adjust and may have trouble sleeping, especially when the sun is shining all night long. Hope you like this video. If you like it,
Click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video.
Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today we're going to talk about KFC, the Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is an American fast food restaurant chain headquartered in Kentucky. They specialized in fried chicken. It is the world's second largest restaurant chain after McDonald's, with 22,621 locations globally in 115 countries as of December 2019. KFC was founded by Colonel Harland Sanders, an entrepreneur who began selling fried chicken for his roadside restaurant in Kentucky. Today, in this video, we are going to look at the history of KFC. Before we look into more details, if you're watching my video for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. KFC was founded by Colonel Harland Sanders, an entrepreneur who began selling fried chicken from his roadside restaurant in Kentucky. Sanders identified the potential of restaurant franchising concept and the first KFC franchise opened in 1952. KFC popularized chicken in the fast food industry, diversifying the market by challenging the established dominance of hamburgers. By branding himself as Colonel Sanders, Harland became a prominent figure of American cultural history, and his image remains widely used in KFC advertising to this day. Harland Sanders was born in 1890. When Sanders was 5 years old, his father died, forcing his mother to work at a canning plant. This left Sanders, as the eldest son, to care for his two younger siblings. After he reached 7 years of age, his mother taught him how to cook. After leaving the family home at the age of 13, Sanders passed through several professions with mixed success. In 1930s, he took over a Shell filling station on US Route 25 just outside Kentucky. It was here that he first served to travelers the recipes that he had learned as a child: fried chicken and other dishes such as steaks and county ham. After 4 years of serving from his own dining room table, Sanders purchased the larger filling station on the other side of the road and expanded to 6 tables. By 1936, this had proven successful enough for Sanders to be given the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel by Governor Ruby Laffoon. In 1937, he expanded his restaurant to 142 seats and added a motel he purchased across the street, naming it Sanders Court and Cafe. Sanders was unhappy with the 35 minutes it took to prepare his chicken in an iron frying pan, but he refused to deep fry the chicken, which he believed lowered the quality of the product. If he pre-cooked the chicken in advance of orders, there was sometimes wastage at day's end. In 1939, the first commercial pressure cookers were released onto the market, mostly designed for steaming vegetables. Sanders bought one and modified it into a pressure fryer, which he then used to fry chicken. The new method reduced production time to be comparable with deep frying, while, in the opinion of Sanders, retaining the quality of pan-fried chicken. In July 1940, Sanders finalized what came to be known as his original recipe of 11 herbs and spices. Although he never publicly revealed the recipe, he admitted the use of salt and pepper and claimed that the ingredients stand on everybody's shelf. The Sanders Court and Cafe generally served travelers, so when the route planned in 1955 for Interstate 75 bypassed Corbin, Sanders sold his properties and traveled the US to franchise his chicken recipe to restaurant owners. Independent restaurants would pay 4 to 5 cents on each chicken as a franchisee fee, in exchange for Sanders' secret blend of herbs and spices and the right to feature his recipe on their menus, and use his name and likeliness for promotional purposes. In 1952, he had already successfully franchised his recipe to his friend Peter Harmon of South Salt Lake, the operator of one of the city's largest restaurants. In 1964, Sanders sold the company to a group of investors led by John Y. Brown Jr. and Jack C. Massey for $2 million. The contract included a lifetime salary for Sanders and the agreement that he would be the company's quality controller and trademark. The chain had reached 3,000 outlets in 48 different countries by 1970. In July 1971, Brown sold the company to Heublein, a packaged food and drinks corporation, for $285 million. Sanders died in 1980, his promotional work making him a prominent figure in American cultural history. By the time of his death, there was an estimated 6,000 KFC outlets in 48 different countries worldwide, with $2 billion of sales annually. In 1982, Heublein was acquired by R.J. Reynolds, the tobacco giant. In July 1986, Reynolds sold KFC to PepsiCo for $850 million. PepsiCo made the chain a part of its restaurant division alongside Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. The Chinese market was entered in 1987 with an outlet in Beijing. In 1991, the KFC name was officially adapted, although it was already widely known by the initialism. Kylie Craig, president of KFC US, admitted the change was an attempt to distance the chain from the unhealthy idea of fried. The early 1990s saw a number of successful major products launched throughout the chain, including Spicy Hot Wings, launched in 1990, Popcorn Chicken, 1992, and internationally, the Zinger, a spicy chicken-filled sandwich, in 1993. By 1994, KFC had 5,149 outlets in the US and 9,407 worldwide, with over 100,000 employees. In August 1997, PepsiCo spun off its restaurant division as a public company valued at $4.5 billion. The new company was named Tricon Global Restaurants, and at that time had 30,000 outlets and annual sales of $10 billion, make it second in the world only to McDonald's. Tricon was renamed Yum Brands in May 2002. KFC has been all-time favorite choice for chickens till now, where we wouldn't have ever thought of its journey till today. Hope you like this video, and if you like it,
click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video.
Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Today, it's time to take a look at how amazing and a bit freaky we all are. The human body is an amazing piece of machinery with few weird characters. Let's check out these 15 fascinating facts about our bodies. Before we look into more details, if you're watching my video for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's get on to the video. Fact number 1. Teeth. It's possible to brush your teeth too aggressively. Doing so can wear down enamel and make teeth sensitive to hot and cold foods. In fact, teeth are the only part of the human body which cannot heal themselves. 99% of the calcium contained in the human body is in one's teeth. Wisdom teeth serves no purpose. They are left over from hundreds of thousands of years ago. As early human brains grew bigger, it reduced space in the mouth, crowding out this third set of molars. Fact number 2. Nose and breathing. As you breathe, most of the air is going in and out of the nostril. Every few hours, the workload shifts to the other nostril. A newborn child can breathe and swallow at the same time for up to 7 months. An adult person performs around 23,000 inhalations and exhalations a day. If you were locked in a completely sealed room, you would not die due to a lack of air, but from carbon dioxide poisoning. Fact number 3. Skin. Skin is the body's largest organ and can comprise 15% of a person's total weight. Human skin is completely replaced about 1,000 times during a person's lifetime. You lose about 4 kilos of skin cells every year. Fact number 4. Eyes. Extraocular muscles in the eye are the body's fastest muscles. They allow both of your eyes to flick in the same direction in a single 50 millisecond movement. In fact, cornea of the eye is the only part of the body that has no blood supply. It receives oxygen directly from the air. Our eyes remain the same size as they were at birth, but our nose and ears never stop growing. Fact number 5. Hair. If allowed to grow for their whole lifetime, the length of someone's hair would be about 725 kilometers. The facial hair of a blonde-haired man grows faster than that of a man with dark hair. The facial hair of a blonde-haired man grows faster than that of a man with dark hair. The rate at which a person's hair grows doubles during an airplane flight. Hair grows fast, about 6 inches per year. However, there's something in our body which grows faster than that. The only thing in the body that grows faster is the bone marrow. Fact number 6. Fingers. Human lips are hundreds of times more sensitive than the tips of a person's fingers. No one really knows what fingerprints are for, but they might help wick water away from our hands, prevent blisters, or improve touch. The human embryo acquires fingerprints within 3 months of conception. Fact number 7. Brain. The human brain has a memory capacity which is equivalent of more than 4 terabytes on a hard drive. 100,000 chemical reactions occur in the human brain every second. Fact number 8. Head.
You can lose 150 calories per hour if you hit your head against the wall. But do not try it since your skull is made up of 29 different bones. Fact number 9. Nerves. Nerve impulses sent from the brain move at a speed of 274 kilometers per hour. It is said that a single human brain generates more electrical impulses in a day than all the telephones of the world combined. Fact number 10. Heart. The human heart beats more than 3 billion times in an average lifespan. The human heart pumps blood at such pressure that it would be able to raise blood up to the 4th floor of a building. According to German researchers, the risk of having heart attack is higher on Mondays than on any other day of the week. Fact number 11. Left or right-handers. Only 7% of the people are left-handed. Right-handed people live on average 9 years longer than left-handed people. Also, right-handed people chew most of their food on the right side of their mouth, whereas left-handed people do so on the left. Every year, more than 2 million left-handed people die because of mistakes they make when using machines designed for right-handed people. Fact number 12. Thirst. A feeling of thirst occurs when water loss is equal to 1% of your body weight. The loss of more than 5% can cause fainting, and more than 10% causes death from dehydration. Fact number 13. Lungs. The surface area of human lungs is approximately equal to the area of a tennis court. Your right lung can take in more air than your left, because your left lung is about 10% smaller than your right one. Fact number 14. Bones. At birth, a child's body is made up of around 300 bones. More than half of your bones are located in the hands, wrists, feet, and ankles. But an adult has just about 206 bones. Bones are about 5 times stronger than steel. A block of bone the size of a matchbox can support up to 18,000 pounds of weight. Also, the satisfying sound of cracking your knuckles comes from gas bubbles bursting into your joints. And here comes fact number 15. Tongue. The tongue is covered in about 8,000 taste buds, each containing up to 100 cells helping you taste your food. You produce about 40,000 liters of spit in your lifetime, or, to put it in another way, enough spit to fill 2 swimming pools. Your body is a wonderland. It is a strange and fascinating place, and so much of it still remains a mystery to us. Hope you like this video. If you like it,
click the like button and share it. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching this video.